Hello, and welcome to the Finding the Unicorn in You podcast. What a beautiful day to inspire lives. My name is Jaime G Raygoza, your host, and I am so excited to have you here. Let's get ready to meet some fantastic unicorns and learn how to unleash the inner unicorn in you. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Finding the Unicorn in You. Today, I am with my dog. It is a beautiful day out, and I'm trying to do something different. Try to really stimulate my mind and try to change my habits out as much as I can. One of the main reasons I decided to do this, I wanted to kill two birds with one stone. So I was overstimulated today. It was just been a very hectic week. There was a lot that was going on, and I could not for the life of me record this. I tried to record it 3 or 4 times after my regular job, and it just was not happening. My brain was like, nope, we're not doing this. So I'm going to release some of that stress, walk and talk. And if you're feeling like that, overwhelmed, and you just feel that dread, just get out of your apartment, get out of your house, and go for a walk. So if you are watching this and want to try something different, go ahead and just get up and go on a walk with me. It's really easy for us to fall into the same trap of doing the same thing over and over and over again. Go into that monotonous lifestyle where things are always consistently the same, and it gets a little dull, it gets a little boring, and you start losing joy, you start losing the passion that you have, and it can be very difficult to just stay motivated. So try something different. Previous episodes, I've had guests talk about this, and where in order to break that cycle, try to do regular tasks that you would do every day, but try them slightly in a different variation. So if you're brushing your teeth with your right hand, switch it up and brush it with your left. If you always comb your hair on one side, comb it to the other side. Try a different hairstyle. If you always wear the same shoes to work, then maybe try changing it up and changing the outfit or the shoe or the style that you wear. Just try different things. It's okay for you to change your habit and try new things. You'll be surprised at the difference that your mood will have, your motivation, and you might even get creative and start doing things, especially if you're in a pickle where you just can't really get out of that funk. So try different things. So I said today I'm going on this walk, and I have such a privilege to have a couple of hikes near my house that they are so beautiful, and I've never untold, and I haven't gone to any of them until recently. And I've really learned to appreciate what I have around me and just open my eyes and really see the beauty of nature and the people around me. But that actually is not the topic. Went on a whole tangent. But what I really wanted to talk about today is something that happened to me last week. And it was a big life lesson, and I think a step towards growth for me. And I shared this with a few of my friends, and I want to share it with y'all just because I thought it was very insightful. Sometimes it is easy for us to blame others for the things that happen to us. We go into the cycle of not taking control of our lives, not taking control of the things that really impact our lives. So, for example, you are having a bad day and you blame that on your mom, you blame that on your sister, you blame that on your brother, you blame it on your spouse, blame it on a lot of other people for what is happening to us, because we don't want to take blames ourselves. It's easier for us to blame others for shortcomings. The incident that happened with me was that this past few weeks, I have been bombarded with the things that I had to get done, both for my personal job, my business, my podcasts, and I just had a lot to do all at once. And I had a friend who reached out and asked me if I could help her with a task. And this task had a deadline. So I was sure, why not? I'm usually always willing to give a hand. I like to pay it forward whenever I can. And if it's something within my ability that's not going to take up too much of my time, I say why not. However, as life happens, it was a chaotic week. I barely had enough time to finish my things to do, let alone look at their assignment that they wanted me to help them with. So I just kept pushing it off, and I wasn't able to do it. Well, this person started getting a little bit more persistent, sending me reminder texts and emails. Hey, just letting you know, have you had time to do this? And I kept saying, no, I'm sorry. And a week went by. And I guess their deadline was in the following week, and they were really waiting on my feedback in order to submit the assignment. I felt really bad, and I started getting upset. But I caught myself. I was getting upset at her. So I really asked myself, why am I getting upset at her when I was the one who agreed to do the assignments? I was the one who didn't set boundaries and be honest and vulnerable and say, hey, I have a really hectic week coming up. I have all these tasks of my own. I can't do this for you. No, I just disregarded everything. I wanted to help blindly, and I did that to myself. I set that task on myself. So instead of me blowing up on her and letting her know, hey, I'm doing you the favor, and here you are still pressuring me to do it, like she is doing based on what I allowed her to do. She said, hey, he's willing to do this favor for me, and I'm just following up. So I have no right to get mad at her. The only person that I had to get mad is myself for not setting proper boundaries, not being honest, and not planning ahead. So I took a deep breath. I took responsibility of my own actions, and I set time to do it. I got it done. I submitted it to them, and everything was good. They did ask me for a follow-up to continue helping them on a future project. I put my foot down and I was like, unfortunately, at this time, that's the most I could have done for you. That's the most I can do for you at this moment. Maybe in a few weeks or a few months, when I have more free time, I can help you. But at this time, I'm not able to. They took it very nicely. They said, thank you so much for your help. And that's it. That could have gone a whole different way if I would have chose to blame them instead of myself. So really take that time to reflect on what is going on at that moment and really see, who is it the one to blame? Is there anybody to blame? So really ask yourself, is it something that you could have controlled? Really take the time to look at the circumstance and ask yourself, is that something I could have controlled? Is that something that I couldn't control? And really see, do you even have to blame anybody? What's the point of blaming someone? Like, oh, you feel a little bit better in the instance, but how is that going to solve the problem? How is that going to solve the situation? And what are you going to learn from that so that you don't make this mistake again? I think a lot of us tend to fall into the loop of, oh, this person's to blame, blah, blah, blah. But really ask yourself, why? Why do I want to blame them? What is it going to solve? Is me putting blame on another person going to make me happy? Is me putting blame on another person going to eradicate the issue and never let it happen again? Or is there part of that situation and where I contributed that I could fix so that it doesn't happen again? Really ask yourself these questions as you go through your day. Next time that you're upset, next time that you find yourself in a very difficult situation, really ask yourself these questions so that, one, you don't ruin a relationship with someone that you love or a good colleague of yours, and two, you can properly set boundaries for yourself and not put yourself in situations like that. So I really hope I gave you some food for thought. It was just a quick lesson for you to take and hopefully apply it into your life as quickly as today. If you haven't done so already, please leave me a 5-star review so that it really, really does help me a lot so I can continue sharing this material out to others. And this episode is paired with another one this week, so go ahead and watch the next episode and give that guest some love and respect so that you can learn from them and learn your unicorn lesson of the week. I really appreciate you all. I appreciate the time that you take to listen to these videos. I hope you have a fantastic day, and don't forget to tap into that inner unicorn. Until next time.
Thanks again for listening to Finding the Unicorn in You.